هلو 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 يا حلوين. How are you؟ كيفنا اليوم؟ هلو 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 يا حلوين. How are you؟ كيفنا اليوم؟ هلو 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 يا حلوين. How are you؟ done. اوكي، لكل الاشخاص اللي على انستغرام بنصحكم فوتوا على الستوري تبعي، كبسوا اللينك فوتوا احضروا الويبينار لايف، لانه على انستغرام ما رح تقدروا تشوفوا ماي جيست كالفن بيسيرا ما رح تقدروا تشوفوا سلايدز. بنصحكم كلياتكم على انستغرام ما تضلوا على انستغرام، فوتوا بقلب الزوم او طلعوا على الفيسبوك تبعي لحتى تقدروا تحضروا الاتصال. اليوم شباب صبايا، اذا الصوت واضح، اذا الصوره واضحه، بدي منكم تكتبوا لي بالكيو ان اي يس او رقم 1 لحتى نتاكد انه كل شيء واضح. حطوا لي يس بالكيو اند اي. بيرفكت. اليوم رح يكون عنا كذا ترجمه، لانه اليوم رح يقلب الاتصال من عربي لانجليزي، من انجليزي لعربي، فمنشان هيك رح يكون متوفر الترجمه باللغه الانجليزيه ورح يكون متوفر الترجمه باللغه العربيه. لما انا اكون عم بحكي عربي، اذا بدكم انجليزي فوتوا على الترجمه، ولما كالفن يكون عم يحكي انجليزي اذا بدكم ترجمه للغه العربيه كمان فوتوا على الترجمه. So for everybody who only speak English, there will always be English translation. And so my guest is going to be speaking in English either way. So when I am speaking in Arabic, you're going to have Roberto translating to English. All you need to do is click on the icon that's called interpretation and then choose the English translation. Make sure you put mute original audio so that you will be able to actually listen to the only sound of Roberto. And when Calvin and myself are speaking in English, you need to come out of the translation room so that you will have access to the original audio, which is going to be in English. رح يكون اليوم في خليط ما بين الترجمة باللغة العربية والترجمة باللغة الإنجليزية، فبس بدكم ترجمة كبسوا على 3 نقاط إذا كنتوا على السلولار، أو على 3 شحوطات إذا كمان كنتوا على السلولار، إذا كنتوا على اللابتوب في كبسة مثل الجلوب كبسوا عليها نقوا اللغة اللي أنتوا بدكم تنقلوا عليها. أول شيء بدي أقول شكراً لروبرتو على طول موجود معنا ليعمل أحلى ترجمة إن كان باللغة الإنجليزية أو إن كان باللغة العربية. بدي منكم كمان تحطوا بالكيو ان اي ثانك يو روبرتو. شكرا روبرتو للترجمة. نحن حاليا ما يقارب 500 شخص بهيدا الاتصال، بعضهم الأشخاص عم ينضموا للكول. إذا لقيتوا إنه فول الزوم فوتوا على فيسبوك لتقدروا تتابعوا لايف من هونيك. كل الأشخاص اللي موجودين على فيسبوك بنصحكم، على انستغرام بنصحكم تطلعوا من انستغرام فوتوا على فيسبوك لتقدروا تتابعوا هونيك، أو فوتوا على الرابط اللي موجود لحتى تحصلوا على رابط الزوم لتقدروا تشاركوا معنا، لأنه على انستغرام ما رح يطلع لكم very good quality. رح سكر هيدا الاتصال على انستغرام بنصحكم كلياتكم، كل الأشخاص اللي موجودين معي لايف على انستغرام، فلوا من انستغرام طلعوا بقلب الفيسبوك جروب أو طلعوا بقلب الزوم لحتى تقدروا تحصلوا على الاتصال كامل. لكل الأشخاص اللي موجودين معي اليوم، هيدا الاتصال اليوم له علاقة بالثقافة المالية، بالإنجليش بنقول financial education. نحن بعدنا اليوم ولسوء الحظ في عنا نوع من الاستحاء، أو بنعتبر الحديث بالمصاري هو حديث تابو أو عيب أو ما لازم نحكي فيه أو بنحكي فيه بشكل سريع. بنستحي نقول إنه نحن بدنا نطلع مصاري، بنحس حالنا غلط. على أمل ما نوصل لمرحلة وين الحديث عن هذا الموضوع مهم. تخيلوا إنه نحن من وقت ما نوعى بكرة لحد ما ننام عشية موضوع المصاري والاستثمار والبزنسز، كيف بدي أطلع مصاري، والوظيفة والشغل بياخد حيز كبير من مجهودنا والإنرجي والطاقة تبعنا بشكل يومي، ولكن من أقل المواضيع اللي بنحكي فيها بشكل يومي. هيدا اللايف معمول لحتى نسهل الحديث بهذا الموضوع. كيف معقول شيء هالقد بياخد من طاقتنا يوميا بهالقد ما في حكي عنه، او هالقد ما بنحكي فيه. اليوم هيدا اللايف معمول لحتى انا وضيفي مستر كالفن بيسيرا، واللي هو من اهم البزنس بيبل. هيز مالتي مليونير، شخص بيعمل كذا مليون دولار سنويا. رح نحكي شو المفاهيم وشو استراتيجيات وشو الطرق اللي حاليا بالعالم، خاصة لأنه الاقتصاد تغير. في عنا اليوم وضع استثنائي، واللي هو عنا كرايسيس عم بتصير عطول بشكل متواصل بآخر 3 سنين، إن كان من وراء الكوفيد أو إن كان من وراء الحرب اللي عم بتصير. عنا عطول عدم استقرار اقتصادي، وبالتالي عدم استقرار مالي بكل الأسواق اللي موجودة، بكل البزنسز اللي موجودة. وبالتالي اليوم الحديث عن هذا الموضوع أساسي لحتى الإنسان يفهم كيف يقدر يحمي حاله بهيدي الكريزة اللي عم بتصير هلأ and بالكرايز اللي ممكن تصير بالمستقبل. منشان هيك قررت اني اعمل هيدا اللايف، وانا وكالفن رح نشارك معظم الامور. انا اخذتني 12 سنه لحتى افهم عالم المصاري. حضرت تريننجز، حضرت ويبينارز، قريت كتب. كالفن عمل نفس الشيء، وانا بتعلم كثير منه لكالفن. ورح نجرب بال 60 دقيقه اللي جايين نختصر معظم المفاهيم ونختصر معظم الاستراتيجيات اللي انتم بحاجه لها تتعرفوا حالكم كيف تقدروا تتقدموا بالدرجه الاولى، كيف تقدروا تحموا حالكم بالدرجه الثانيه، وبالدرجه الثالثه كيف تقدروا توصلوا لمرحله ماديا ما تعود تقلب معنا الحياه الماديه او الماليه مع التغيرات اللي عم بتصير حوالينا. كل الاشخاص اللي على انستغرام بليز فوتوا على فيسبوك او فوتوا على زوم، لانه رح طفي اللايف على انستغرام. شباب صبايا، بدي اياكم اول شيء تاخذوا ورقه وقلم، لانه كل شيء بنتعلمه من دون ورقه وقلم ما بيفيدنا، بننسى، بنرجع المعلومات بالمستقبل. واذا منكم عاملين لي فولو على انستغرام، اعملوا لي فولو، لانه كل اسبوع رح نعمل ويبينار. اند الحقوا اليوتيوب شانل تبع جنان ابو مراد لحتى تقدر ينزل هيدا اللايف وكل اللايفز اللي عم نعملها تقدروا تضلوا حاصلين عليها وقت اللي بتعوزوها تلجأوا لها. شباب صبايا، بدي منكم بأول الطريق تكتبوا لي بالشات من أي بلد أنتم عم تنضموا اليوم لنا لحتى نرحب فيكم فردا فلدا. من لبنان، أمريكا، العراق، لبنان كمان، مونريال، ويلكم، أهلا وسهلا فيكم. سوريا، كونغو، ألمانيا، أمريكا، لبنان، أنغولا، السعودية، KSA، ويلكم جميعا. مصر أهلا وسهلا، غزة، الأردن، UK، الجزائر، السودان، أستريا، إمارات، مغرب، كويت، كمان الجزائر. ويلكم شباب صبايا، أهلا وسهلا فيكم. الأردن، روسيا، قبرص، نايس، قبرص ويلكم. فلسطين ويلكم، دكتور ماجد من فلسطين. كندا، سبيشال ويلكم لكل الأشخاص اللي بكندا، ما بعرف هلأ الساعة عندكم قديش. قطر، ويلكم لكل الأشخاص اللي موجودين بقطر. مصر، ويلكم جميعا. دبي، أهلا وسهلا فيكم من دبي. ويلكم. شباب صبايا، معكم ورقة وقلم لحتى نكتب كل المفاهيم اللي رح نحكي عنها اليوم. إذا معكم ورقة وقلم اكتبوا لي بالشات الرقم 1 لحتى نبدأ الويبينار. شكرا. كل العالم كتبوا الرقم 1 and everybody is ready. اوكي، بذكر اذا فول هيدا الويبينار كل اللي عليكم تعملوه هو انه تنضموا على الفيسبوك وبتقدروا تتابعوا كافة التفاصيل. اليوم اول شيء بدي اياكم تكتبوه على الورقة والقلم، واللي هي كلمة مصاري او كلمة money. وبدي اياكم اول شيء تكتبوا المفاهيم اللي انتم مكونينها حول المصاري، اللي بتحسوا ممكن تكون عائق لقديش نحن بنرتاح انه نشتغل او نحكي بالمصاري او نفكر بالمصاري. مثلا في اليوم عنا كتير اشخاص مش متصالحين مع الحديث بموضوع المصاري، مش متصالحين مع مفهوم المصاري، ما بيرتاحوا يحكوا بالمصاري، ما بيرتاحوا يناقشوا بالمصاري، حتى ما بيرتاحوا يطالبوا بزيادة المصاري، ما بيرتاحوا يحكوا بالمجتمع عن المصاري. في كتير اليوم أشخاص بعد ما تصالحوا مع فكرة المصاري ومرتاحين إنه ينحكى وينسمع عن المصاري. في كتير اليوم أشخاص كمان رابطين مفاهيم معينة أو سيستم إيمان معين بالمصاري، ويمكن هيدا السيستم أو المفاهيم سلبية. مثلا في أشخاص اليوم لأنه من المجتمع أو مربيين أو كتير سامعين أو لكتير أسباب، في أشخاص اليوم بيعتبروا المصاري هي الشر الأعظم. في كتير أشخاص اليوم تسمعوا مفاهيم بنقول إنه المصاري money doesn't grow on trees. في كتير اليوم مفاهيم بتقول المصاري حرام، أو كثرة المصاري بطر، أو اليوم الإنسان الغني هو إنسان تعيس، أو اليوم الإنسان اللي عم بيطلع مصاري إنسان ربنا بده يضربه من ميل التاني، يعني بيعطيه مصاري بس من ميل التاني بياخد منه قصص تاني، الصحة أو السعادة أو whatever. so في عنا كتير هيك مفاهيم، بدي إياكم تطلعوها على ورقة وقلم. كل هالمفاهيم اللي انتم بتحسوا حالكم مقتنعين فيها او بتسمعوها كتير، او يمكن انتم بتكرروها من دون ما تنتبهوا. المصاري ما بتجي بسهولة، صعب الواحد يطلع مصاري، المصاري ما فيها بركة. بدي اياكم تكتبوها كلياتهم. انا مش قاعدة على بنك مثل ما قالت لونا 100%. كتير بنسمع اهلنا بيقولوا هيدا الشيء، انا مني قاعدة على بنك، صح. بدي اياكم تكتبوها على ورقة وقلم تنجرب قد ما فينا نشوف وين الربط اللي نحن عاملينه واللي هو ربط سلبي تجاه المصاري. واليوم في كتير أشخاص، وكنت عم بحكي اليوم مع my amazing friend and coach لوتشيانا، عندهم لينك، رابطين المصاري لينك بحدث معين أو بشخص معين. مثلا ما بدي طلع مصاري تما يقولوا عني حرامي، او ما في الا النص، ما في الا الحراميه بيطلعوا مصاري، ما في الا السياسيين بيعملوا مصاري، ما في، او ما بدي يصير معي مصاري تما يصير فيي مثل مصاري بعمي. شوفوا او ايام بنقول ليكو المصاري كيف خلفت العيال بين بعضهم، او ليكو المصاري كيف خلفت الاخوه بين بعضهم. ما في الا المصاري بتعلق العيال وبتخانق العيال بين بعضها. بنربط حدث معين سلبي صار بمفهوم المصاري، وبنبقى نحن عم نشتغل على حالنا لنطلع مصاري بس بعدنا مربطين، ما عم نقدر نغير اي شيء بالواقع المادي تبعنا بسبب هالروابط اللي عنا اياها، واللي هي روابط مربطينا نحن باللاوعي تبعنا بفكرة المصاري. هيدا الموضوع واللي هو الليميتينج بليف والروابط الغلط وكيف نقدر نتحرر منها، رح نعمل حلقة تانية بالمستقبل مع لوتشيانا لحتى نساعدكم تلاقوها وتفكفكوها وتحلحلوها، مش بهذا الاتصال، ولكن خلينا نبدأ هذا الاتصال بمايند اوبن، بمايند واعي لحتى نستقبل أو نتعلم هيدا المفاهيم اليوم. أول شيء بدي إياكم تتصالحوا على قدر الإمكان مع فكرة المصاري، مع الحديث عن المصاري. منشان هيك بدي إياكم تكتبوا على ورقة وقلم كل شيء مفاهيم خاطئة عندكم إياها عن المصاري أو بتسمعوها عن المصاري حتى نقدر نطلع حالنا منها ونتخلص منها. اللي رح نحكيه اليوم مع كالفن، أول نقطة رح نحكي شو اللي تعلمناه بالمدرسة، شو اللي تعلمناه بالجامعة، شو اللي تعلمناه بسوق العمل، شو اللي تعلمناه من 10 سنين لورا، من 15 سنة لورا ما بقى بيمشي اليوم بما يعنى بالمصاري. رح نحكي اليوم الاقتصاد كيف تغير، رح نحكي اليوم المتطلبات اللي صارت اليوم تتطلب مهارات معينة أكثر بكتير من المهارات السابقة اللي نحن كنا بحاجة لها لنعرف كيف نطلع مصاري. اليوم رح نحكي كيف فينا نحمي حالنا لما يكون في عنا اقتصاد عم يتغير ووضع عالمي متقلب، كيف نقدر نحمي حالنا من هالتقلبات ومن هالكرايسيس، وبالأهم كيف نقدر نحمي حالنا من الانفليشن. انفليشن يعني الغلاء المستمر اللي عم بيصير، ولما يكون عنا غلاء مستمر عم بيصير ما بنقدر نضلنا مركزين على مدخول معين، لانه ال $500 شو كانت تقدر تشتري من 5 سنين غير ما شو بتقدر تشتري ال $500 اليوم، غير ما شو بتقدر تشتري ال $500 5 سنين لقدام او سنه تجري. فمنشان هيك رح نحكي اليوم عن هالتغيرات عن الاقتصاد، ورح نحكي كيف نبلش نتعلم كيف الاولويه اللي بدنا نشتغل عليها لنقدر نطلع مصاري. على ما اظن كالفن صار موجود معنا بالاتصال. شهان اذا بتقدر تتاكد، بس اعطوني دقيقة جايز ما بدي نطره. اوكي سو من تقريبا اول شيء رح نحكي عنه واللي انا تعلمته يمكن من 12 سنة لورا. هل يا ترى المصاري هي اهم شيء بالحياة؟ طبعا لا، طبعا لا. بس هل يا ترى في شيء بنقدر نشتريه بالحياة من دون مصاري؟ كمان لا. الاستشفاء بحاجة لمصاري. ما فينا نحن لا سمح الله. سمعت مرة رأفت شاب معي بالفريق عطى هالمثل كثير حبيته، بيقول انه انا ما فيي انزل على المستشفى اذا حدا مريض يجيبوا لي فاتوره اقول لهم المصاري مش اهم شيء بالحياه، سوري. بدهم يقولوا لي برافو عليك بس ادفع لنا الفاتوره، صح ام لا؟ سو الاستشفاء ما فينا نحصل عليه من دون مصاري، الأمان ما فينا نحصل عليها بلا المصاري، الطبابة ما فينا نحصل عليها المصاري، التعليم ما فينا نحصل عليها بلا مصاري. شو ما بدنا اليوم، كيف بدنا نتحرك بالحياة، نحن بحاجة لمصاري بين إيدينا. هل يا ترى المصاري أهم شيء بالحياة؟ لا، بس كمان المصاري من أهم الأمور بالحياة لتقدر تمشي لنا كل شيء نحن بدنا إياه بالحياة. فمنشان هيك اليوم مصاري عمود أساسي بحياتنا. الثقافة المالية، ليه على طول عم نحكي عن ثقافة 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 ثقافة؟ مثل ما بنتعلم نحن اليوم لغات، مثل ما بنتعلم نحن اليوم اختصاص، مثل ما بنتعلم نحن اليوم يمكن تاريخ، مثل ما بنتعلم نحن اليوم جغرافيا. الثقافة المالية من أسس اللي لازم نبلش نتعلمها بالمدارس والجامعات، لأنه هالقد عم تلعب دور كبير بحياتنا. اليوم في كتير أشخاص بيتعلموا بيتخرجوا من المدارس والجامعات عندهم مهارات، عندهم سكيلز، عندهم قوة، عندهم طموح، عندهم مقدرة، عندهم يمكن مواهب ربنا نعم عليهم، ما عم يعرفوا يوظفوها ليقدروا يحموا حالهم ماديا ويحموا عيالهم ماديا، لأنه ما عندهم هيدا الثقافة. اليوم المصاري وكل شيء ما يعنى بالمصاري هي ثقافة. ثقافة يعني في إلها علم، في إلها أسس، في إلها قوانين. ولما نحن نتعلم هيدا العلم والأسس والقوانين، قادرين نطبق وقادرين نوصل لنتيجة. لو ما تعلمنا بالمدرسة، لو ما تعلمنا بالجامعة، لو يمكن أخذنا بالحياة قرارات مالية خاطئة، نحن بحيالله وقت بنقدر نرجع نتعلم المفاهيم الصح وبنقدر نبلش نطبق هالمفاهيم الصح. ونحن بنقدر بحيالله نهار وانس القرار بيجي والمعلومات بتصير بين إيدينا نقلب كليا واقعنا المادي وبالأهم مستقبلنا المادي. فمنشان هيك بدي اياكم تكتبوا عندكم نوت. الثقافة المالية هي شيء ممكن أنا أتعلمه بسهولة، وهي عبارة عن مفاهيم لما أنا بلش طبقها بتبلش تطلع لي النتائج اللي أنا بدي إياها. وهيدا الشيء ساعدني كتير من 12 سنة لما فهمت أوكي جنان، معلش ما تعلمت بالجامعة، ما تعلمت بالمدرسة، بس هلأ بس تبلشي تتعلمي هدول المفاهيم رح تعرفي شو تعملي. منشان هيك خليكم لاخر هذا الاتصال، رح نعمل بالاخر مسابقه انا وياكم، اللي بيربح في 5 اشخاص اللي بيربحوا هيدا المسابقه رح يطلع لكم اتصال معي برايفت لحتى تسالوني كافه الاسئله وساعدكم بكل الامور اللي لها علاقه بالثقافه الماليه. رح اقدم لكم هديه كتب من أهم الكتب اللي أنا قريتها، واللي هي Rich Dad Poor Dad، واللي هي بالنسبة لي من البيسكس، من قواعد الثقافة المالية الأساسية اللي الشخص ببلش فيها. سو رح أقدم لكم من عندي هدية هيدا الكتاب تقدر ساعدكم، والأشخاص اللي اوريدي قاريين هيدا الكتاب رح أقدم لكم هدية كتاب تاني كمان لها علاقة بالثقافة المادية. سو خليكم لآخر هيدا الويبينار، خدوا نوتس، لأنه رح تربحوا 5 أشخاص رح يربحوا بالمسابقة الاتصال معي and رح يربحوا الكتاب الهدية ببلاش. فاليوم تاني نقطة رح نحكي عنها اليوم، كمان بدي إياكم تكتبوها على ورقة وقلم. لكن أول شيء قلنا بدنا نكتب مع بعض شو هي الأمور اللي بتوقف لنا راسنا، شو هو limiting beliefs، شو هي الروابط السلبية اللي نحن رابطينها بالمصاري اللي عم بتخلينا نخاف إنه نحن نطلع مصاري. اليوم أنا بدي آمن إني بستحق طلع مصاري. اليوم أنا بدي آمن إنه بستحق عيش حياة أفضل. اليوم أنا بدي آمن إنه أنا بقدر غير حياتي مادياً قبل ما بلش شغل على الأرض. هيدا الإيمان وهيدا الواي بدنا كتير مهم نعرف شو اللي عم بوقفنا عقلياً، and نطلع مقابله self talk بيقول، أو نطلع مقابله affirmation بتقول إنه أنا بستاهل حياة أفضل، أنا في أتعلم كل ما أنا بحاجة له لأتطور ماديا، وأنا قادر أكبر وقادر أتطور وقادر أتعلم وقادر أطلع مصاري وقادر أحمي حالي وأحمي عائلتي وأعيش الحياة اللي أنا بستاهلها. بداية هيدا السلف توك بده يكون واضح. انت شو ما عملت بالحياة اذا مآمن انه ما فيك تنجح، ما رح تقدر تنجح. وشو ما رح تعمل بمجال البزنس اذا مآمن انه ما رح تطلع مصاري، ما رح تطلع مصاري. لو اشتغلت ليل مع نهار، لو اشتغلت من عبكرة العشية، اذا عندك اقتناع بيقول انه المصاري ما بحياتها رح تجي لإلي، ما رح تجي المصاري بين ايديك. بدنا نعرفه اليوم انه المصاري we attract it. الثقافة المالية بنجذبها لحياتنا. it's something we attract. هي energy بنجذبها بحياتنا. هيدا اول محل بدي اياكم تبدوا. تاني محل بدي اياكم تبدوا فيه. اليوم كل انسان الهدف المادي له مختلف عن الاخر. اليوم في أشخاص الهدف النجاح المادي بالنسبة لهم هو $1,000,000 سنوياً. في أشخاص النجاح المادي بالنسبة لهم هو $10,000 شهرياً. في أشخاص إنه يقدروا يدفعوا الأمور الحياتية بشكل مريح هي الحرية المادية بالنسبة لهم. أول نقطة بدنا نعملها مع بعض، بدي إياكم تعملوا define، وضح انت شو اللي بدك اياه ماديا. اذا ما قدرنا نوضح نحن شو بدنا وشو اللي عم نشتغل عليه، بنكون ضايعين، مش فاهمانين نحن شو عم نعمل، نحن شو الهدف تبعنا. بدنا نوضح انا شو بدي، انا شو اللي بيريحني، انا شو اللي بيبسطني، انا شو اللي بخليني انام بشكل افضل بالعشيه. هل يا ترى أنا راحة البال مهمة لإلي؟ راحة البال قديش حقها بالنسبة لإلي؟ في أشخاص بيطمنوا بالهم إذا كانوا عم يعملوا $500 بالشهر، في أشخاص بيطمنوا بالهم إذا عم يعملوا $20,000 بالشهر. هيدا تطمينة البال لإلي قديش حقها، قديش سعرها. واليوم بدي إياكم تعرفوا شغلة بالديفينيشن لما نكون عم نكتب هيدول المعايير. أول شغلة بدي إياكم تعرفوها، شهان عمول معروف بس يصير كالفين موجود اللي أول شغلة بدي إياكم تعرفوها، اليوم في عنا بالنسبة لإلي وبالنسبة لكل شيء صرت قريته، عندي موهبة. أوكي، عندي موهبة على طول فريقي بقول لي إياها، إنه عندك مقدرة تاخدي مفاهيم معقدة وتبسطي لنا إياها. اللي رح فسر لكم إياها الخمس نقاط هن مفاهيم موجودين بكتب آلاف الصفحات وبترينينجز آلاف الدولارات دفعتهم، عم بسط لكم إياها من الآخر. أوكي، are you ready؟ كيف بنعمل definition؟ اليوم في عنا 5 حاجات أساسية بحاجة للمصاري لها. عطول بتبدأ بالدرجة الأولى basic needs، الحاجات الأولية، الحاجات الحياتية، الحاجات الأساسية: مأكل، مشرب، علم، نقدر ناكل، نقدر نشرب، نقدر إذا نطبب حالنا، إذا مرضنا نقدر ندفع للحكيم، نقدر نشتري دواء، إذا حدا مرض من عائلتنا نقدر نعمل هالشي. ممكن يكون education بسيطة، يعني نتعلم، ناخد الإديوكيشن المدرسة، إديوكيشن الجامعة. سو هدول بنسميهم الحاجات الأساسية اللي ما بنقدر نعيش بلاهن، مأكل، مشرب، بيت، اتسترا. سو أول شيء نحن بحاجة لمبلغ ليغطي الحاجات الأساسية تبعنا. بدي إياكم اليوم تكتبوا basic needs. أنا حاجاتي الأساسية شو هي؟ الأجار، الكمبيالة، شو قديش هن؟ وبدي أفردهم برقم. قديش هو هالرقم أنا؟ $500، $1000، $10,000؟ شو هو هيدا الرقم اللي أنا إذا ما طلعته ما بقدر أقوم بالواجبات الأساسية تبعي؟ طبعا هيدا له علاقة شو عندك عائلة، شو عندك أولاد، قد ايه عمرك. بدي إياكم أول شيء تكتبوا الحاجات الأساسية تبعنا، ونكتب قديش الرقم اللي نحن بحاجة له كرمال هيدا الحاجات الأساسية. I think كالفن صار موجود بالاتصال. شهان جايز رح نستقبل كالفن مع بعض ورح نرجع نحكي عن هيدا الموضوع. الشباب صبايا اللي بحاجة لترجمة باللغة العربية، بدي إياكم تفوتوا على الترجمة، اكتبوا interpretation، نقوا اللغة العربية، كبسوا mute original audio لتقدروا تسمعوا روبرتو عم بترجم باللغة العربية. Everybody who's an English speaker, I need you to come out of the translation so that you can join me and Calvin in the original room. So Calvin, Becerra, it's a pleasure to have you.
Hey, what's up, Jinane? How you doing?
So we can see you, we can hear you.
Awesome.
Guys, whoever does not know who Calvin is one of the youngest entrepreneurs. He started his career in the direct selling industry. He made the fastest millionaire in 1 year. He made his first million. He lost it all. He gained it again. And then he gathered all the skills and knowledge he needed to break free financially to protect his family. And now Calvin is a business owner. He has a lot of businesses. He's in real estate, he's in business, he's in investment, he's in cryptocurrency, he's in so many projects because of the skills he has gathered. So I think, Calvin, you are one of the best people to explain and to discuss this topic, which is financial education. I want to thank you for joining us. We do not take this time lightly, and your time and effort and energy is very appreciated. And guys, please, I want you to welcome Calvin in the chat. Just put a lot of fire for Calvin. Calvin, it's a pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Thank you so much. I promise you we're going to make the best use of your 30 minutes with us.
Awesome, Jinane. I'm excited to be here. I see the participant numbers go up right now, going up. Man, you have over 600 people right now on this on this call. That's amazing. So I'm excited to share what I know with you.
Thank you. Calvin, can you discuss a little bit about your background and why and how you decided to become financially literate? Like, you decided to learn how to make money. You decided to learn how to invest money. You decided to invest in yourself first, invest in your knowledge. How did you take this decision? When did you take this decision? And how did you start growing in this field?
Okay, well, first of all, you know, my entire life has been about me fighting to get out of a situation. Okay, I grew up in poverty with just my mom. You know, so since I was a kid, I wanted to make her happy. That was my first big goal. I didn't want my mom to have to struggle. I didn't want my mom to have to cry. I didn't want to see her stressed out because she couldn't pay the bills, or because our lights were getting turned off, or we were being pushed out of our home because she couldn't afford to pay the rent. So when I was young, I needed to figure out how to make money, right? Most kids were out playing with their friends. My brother and I were in the neighborhoods working to earn money. However, we would have to make up our own jobs and businesses in order to provide for our family because we were too young to get work, right? We were children. So we'd knock on doors and we'd do yard work. We'd wash cars. I mean, you know, we would, you know, during Christmas time, we would sell the mistletoe that we cut off the trees. in order to buy Christmas presents for our family. I mean, I remember when I was 15 years old, my brother and I worked 3 jobs a day. 3 jobs a day to pay for our school, our high school. We were janitors, we worked at a gas station, we worked at a restaurant. I mean, since I was young, I was always trying to figure out how to make an income, right? And that was the first thing. It was out of a necessity, out of a current situation. And because of my work ethic, it transcended into my school, into my education. And I treated that like my business because I paid for it every single month, okay? And I got the best grades in school. I did my work because I had to pay to go to that school, and I wanted to get the best results from my efforts. And what did that do for me? That paid for my university education, full paid scholarship for sports and academics because we worked hard in our sports as well. My entire life, I've only known what it's like to work hard because I needed to in order to get to the next level. Nothing was handed to me. My parents weren't educated. They were not business owners. They were not financially literate. They couldn't teach me anything but just to not to do what they did. Okay, do everything else. Like, get out of this situation. Like, you don't have to be average. You know, if you work hard, you can have a different life, and you can get. My mom would always tell me, you can get us out of this life, and we were her ticket. And we went to a university, and we worked hard in our university, even though it was paid for because of our hardworking efforts as young teenagers. We had jobs all throughout our university. Our friends who were very rich that went to our university here in Southern California, their parents owned companies, and they were like, you guys want to work? My parents will hire you. Like, they're looking for people. And I'm like, what about you guys? Oh, we don't have to work. Our parents give us money. So we'd work hard, right, doing that. And our friends started to notice who my brother and I were. Like, these twins, they had like the hardest work ethic. You have to meet these guys. And I remember when I graduated from my university, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had this degree, right, that I get to hang on my wall in my office from a university. But I was like, I want to make money because I can't just provide for myself. I need to get my mama home. I need to help change her life as fast as I can. I was 19 years old, 20 years old. And I remember I thought of real estate. Real estate, that's a big industry. I don't know anything about it. Nobody in my family has ever owned a home, right? And I was like, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to learn. And I remember when I was in college, I started a company called Advantage Notary Signing Agency. And all it was a notary is somebody who witnesses somebody signing documents. And they sign their signature and they put their government stamp on there, okay? And I remember taking the test when I was in college, and that was my first experience with understanding real estate because I was the one responsible for taking the documents to people's homes that they would have to sign to buy their home or to refinance their mortgage. And I remember reading the documents because I had to explain it to them. And I remember understanding it, but I only made a little bit of money, $150 per signing. And I was like, I'm going to pay for all of my friends in school to take this notary test, and I'm going to send them out signing these documents, and I'm going to pay them $50 a signing, and I kept $100. And all my friends were happy because I was giving them easy money, $50 or $100 a day they're making for an hour, and I was making like $500 a day when I was in college, okay? And that was my first taste of entrepreneurship. And then when I graduated from my university, I said, I'm going to go be on the other side now. I want to get involved in real estate. And somebody gave me a job in a real estate office. I had nobody my age that was buying a home. I had no business at all, but I sat at the desk and listened to everybody on the phones. I got the best education that you can get is just watching and listening to successful people work. And I remember watching them, listening to them, listening to the words that they used. I remember taking notes on how they handled objections. I remember taking notes on how they made people laugh, the jokes they used when they're on the phone, how they treated their customers, how they'd lose a deal and get it back. And I would just learn and learn. And I remember my first year in real estate, not knowing anything about it, I made $150,000 because I took what I learned, Jinane, I took what I learned and I went out and applied it. I went out and talked to people, looked for people who were buying a home, refinancing homes, and people gave me a chance. And as soon as I did one good job for someone, they referred me to their friend. And as soon as I did another good job, they referred me. And by my second year in real estate, I made $1.6 million. I was like 21 or 22 years old. And then because in 1 year, My work that I put into something in 1 year is worth like 5 years for someone else. Okay? Most people don't treat their job or their business like they should. They only work at 25%, 50%. I work my job over 100. I work my job 200 or 300%. So what I put into something in 1 year is like equivalent to someone's 5 years. And I became a millionaire in real estate and mortgage banking. I started my own company at 23 years old called Empire Realty Associates and Empire Capital Group with a business partner. We blew it up here in Southern California. We became really, really big. And then at 26 years old, the economy crashed and we lost everything. All of my money, Jinane, I invested in real estate, in properties, okay? And when the economy crashed, so did the values. And I lost all of my homes to the banks because none of my renters that were occupying my properties could pay me rent, so I no longer could get an income. They lost their jobs because of the economy, and my whole business was dependent on a single economy, and I lost everything, which I know that people in Lebanon and other parts of the world can relate, okay? So I was a victim of my circumstance. I lost everything. Now, did that take me out of the game? Never. Because it doesn't matter what is taken from me physically, financially. They can never take away what's in here. They can never take away my work ethic. All I needed to do was find another opportunity to make money again. And fortunately for me, it was in the form of network marketing, even though I didn't know what that was. My neighbors shared with me that business. I didn't know anything about network marketing, just like I didn't know anything about real estate. But I sat, I watched, I listened, I went to all the events, I jumped on all the calls, and then I went out and took action. Even if I failed, I learned something from that every single time, and I got better and better and better. And my first year in network marketing, I didn't do anything crazy. It's just that crazy things happened to me, okay? I enrolled 37 people. I probably had 150 people tell me no and laugh at me and ridicule me and make fun of me, but I didn't even care. I needed to get out of this circumstance, something I was used to my entire life. Getting out of my current circumstance. I was without all my real estate. I lost my business. I lost my income. I need to make it happen. So I willed it to happen. I pulled it out of myself. And I went out there and I enrolled 37 people. And of the 37 people, I wanted success for them too. But for the majority of them, they didn't want success for themselves. Like I wanted it for me. But 7 people did. And me and 7 people showed the plan and shared the product every single day. That year in 2007. And our team didn't grow to 4 million people. It grew to 4,000 people. And I became the youngest millionaire in my company. I was back to millionaire again. And people were like amazed. But for me, I already knew what it was like to become a millionaire. So when you've done that, it's like a muscle. You already have that muscle developed. You find something else, you regrow the muscle again. And I got back there again. And then I learned a lot about this business, even though I made $1 million. Okay, because as quick as I made $1 million, I lost $1 million in network marketing because I didn't develop people. I wasn't in the people development business before. I was in the developing me business before. So what I learned was I needed to empower people instead of handicap people. I did everything for everybody that first year in network marketing. All the meetings, all the trainings, all the one-on-ones, all the coaching, everything. So people depended on me. And as soon as I became a millionaire and I was like, now I need to take a break now. That was a hard work. You guys go now. They didn't know what to do because I did it all. So I rebuilt my business again, Jinane, year 2 and year 3. Okay. And it took me 2 years to do what I did that first year, but I got right back again to millionaire. And now I had a team of developed people. By my 3rd year, I met Danny Fire, who was this 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old kid who took about 2 to 3 years to get to be making money. He's not the Danian you know. He was a young kid. He needed to grow and develop himself too. And I built this entire team all around the world. Still, I know that this workshop right now, my 30 minutes is to talk about the basics of financial education. But I want you to know you can't invest in anything until you build something first. Okay? I built my business. I built myself. Personally developed myself, went to seminars, webinars, read all these books that are in my shelves. I went to all the trainings. I became a trainer. I did the meetings. I did the speaking. I ran the events. I did all those things. and I made money in my business. I built it. I put my 10,000 hours in to network marketing. And my first 5 years in network marketing, Jinane, I couldn't invest in anything, to tell you the truth. I needed to reinvest back into my business. That's what I invested in. I made money and put it back in. I made money and put it back in. I made money and put it back in, just like every other business owner on the planet. Okay? This isn't just a job that helps me pay my bills. This is a business I needed to grow and feed and grow and feed. And I reinvested back into my teams, into promotions, into events, into jumping on airplanes and traveling to other states in the United States, and then to other countries around the world, and building people, investing in them. I learned from doing. And it wasn't until I was about 33 years old. I started this business at 25, 26. It wasn't until I was 33 that I started really investing in other things. Now my business was built. My business was cooked. Now I had leaders in I had leaders in my organization who were developed. They were leading all their own teams without me. They didn't need me anymore. I led them there and then they took it over. And at 33 years old, I was like, I need to learn how to invest for my future. I need to learn how to have my money make money. Because I'd read all these books and listened to all these things. One of the books I read when I was 30 was Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game. And I listened to how he gave his financial advice. And it was pretty basic information. It was a long book, but I learned a lot about things in that. Because a lot of people, when they start to invest, what do they buy? They buy stocks. Okay, some people invest in real estate and they buy their first house, all these types of things. I just started slow, okay? I didn't buy a house yet. I rented my home, okay? I started slow. I started to fill up the buckets. I set a certain goal for myself of how much money I wanted to have in a savings account in case something happened. No, not Bitcoins yet, okay? That's later. But I started with a savings account, okay? You can't buy Bitcoins till you have money. So I needed to freaking save up some money first. Savings account was first, and it wasn't to buy Bitcoins. It was to provide for my family in case something happened. Because you never know. You can lose everything. And you never knew it. Come on, a perfect example again. Jinane, Lebanon, okay? Something unexpected happened. And it devastated the entire country, okay? And the world, for that matter. Okay, unexpected. So, savings, okay? I set a goal of, I want 6 months of my income in a savings account. That was my very first goal, okay? And I didn't just learn that on my own. I read books, Tony Ramsey, Smart Money, like I said, Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game. There are different books that you can read, but also I surrounded myself with other successful people that had money, more money than me, that were investing, that had money to invest when I didn't. And I listened to what they did. I watched what they did. My upline, Todd Hartog, was investing way before me. I saw everything he did. Most of his money was not made in network marketing. It was made in the smart investments he made from the money he made from network marketing. Okay, and it was amazing. And so my savings. Go ahead.
Alvin, in here, okay. When we graduate or when we finish school, people teach us one way to make money, which is you get a good education, you go find a job, and then you make money from that job, and then you wait 10 years to be promoted to make a little bit more money, and then you put all your money in the bank, and then you retire, and you have safety and security in your insurance or dental or medical. Most people, for them, this is how the financial education is. It's one way. And most of the time, it did not work in the past. And definitely it's not working now. It is not crisis proof. It's not inflation proof. When we are facing higher expenses, people are drowning. When we are facing crisis like COVID, people are drowning. When you face the 2008 crisis, people drown. So anytime a problem happens, people are not crisis proof. And so it's a mindset.
Yeah.
What are the money mindset related things that you learned not to do, did not work, and what are the ones that you started learning? For example, you talked about investing. So can you share these two?
Yeah.
What did you learn about the mindset in both cases?
Okay, so First of all, the old way of thinking, how our parents grew up, or even their parents grew up, because our parents learned from their parents, okay? The old way of thinking was get a job and retire. You stay at one job forever. Just like athletes, they would be on one team their entire career. Now they're traded and traded and traded. Come on, it's different. It's a whole different world now. No job is secure. That's not security anymore, okay? And people get lured in by medical insurance that you can pay for yourself. I have the best medical insurance, and I pay $400 a month. That sounds like a lot, but not when you've built a business for yourself, okay? My entire family, I pay all of their medical insurance. I would never have a job lock me down because they tell me they're gonna pay my insurance for me, okay? The old way of thinking, save money, put it under their mattress, cash, paper cash, okay? Or put it in the bank, okay? The old way of thinking, our parents were taught by their parents. Now, banks don't pay you anything, all right? I think I saw my statement, there was an account I had 245 grand in and I got paid 10 cents that month. Like, it's a joke. How much money did the bank make off me? There are places right now you can put your dollars, convert it to digital dollars, not crypto, a digital dollar, okay, a stable coin, and you make 60% a year. Like, what? 40%, 20% minimum, like stable coin farms. Like, they don't understand that. That's the new age. We developed that. Our generation created this. It's crazy. We can become the bank. But the old way of thinking is completely wrong, okay? So you have to get out of that mentality. We're in a whole different generation. Electric cars and freaking people working from home, more entrepreneurs on the planet than there have ever been, okay? So there is no security in a job anymore. But investing starts with, obviously, starts with investing in yourself. That's the first investment you have to make, okay? Invest in yourself. It doesn't cost money. You're investing, okay? Cost and invest are two different things, okay? You're not throwing your money away, you're investing in yourself. First, you invest in yourself so you can build the mindset and believe in yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, you're right, that you have the potential, and then you take action and you start a business. You find something you're passionate about, figure out how it works, and you run with some other people who are passionate. All right. But what I learned about investing is, first, I started investing in all the old school stuff, stocks, okay, which are what my parents taught me. Invest in stocks, companies you believe in. Warren Buffett, 150-year-old man, telling you to invest in things that you believe in. Okay, I believe in Facebook, I believe in Apple, I believe in Google, I believe in Netflix, I believe in Tesla. Okay, that's great. But the reality is that stocks are controlled and manipulated. And with inflation, stocks are crashing, okay, everywhere, you guys. So instead, I started to learn if I'm going to invest in any type of stocks, I'm going to invest in indexes. If you put your money in any type of stock, just invest in the index. An index is an investment that you can make with every stock in it across the board. So that way, over time, it'll continue to gradually go up, and you reinvest your dividends. And then, but also, another investment you should make is in the future of your family. Before I started to invest in things like stocks or indexes and cryptocurrency and all those types of things, okay, I invested first in life insurance, okay, because I wanted to make sure that if anything ever happened to me, my family was taken care of. I could spend the next 20 years investing and growing it to millions of dollars, but it means nothing if I start today and next month I'm gone and I leave my family with nothing. So for $100 a month, $1 million in life insurance was worth it in case something happened to me so my wife could have it, okay? And at first, that was a lot of money. Today, it's not a lot of money to me with my mindset. So then I had to increase it later to an $8 million policy and then to a $10 million policy. So no matter what happens to me, she's set forever, right? House is paid. She can pay the taxes every year. She can invest that or live the lifestyle she wants. My kids are taken care of. Life insurance, very, very important, okay? And then after that, I started to invest, obviously, in retirement accounts. Simple things. Not crypto yet. That's later, okay? An IRAs, okay? Simple IRAs, like retirement accounts, 401k, Roth IRA. As a business owner, okay, I have a SEP IRA, so I invest, yes, in not stocks, but indexes. Vanguard.com is what Tony Robbins taught me in his book. The top 500 stocks in the stock exchange. You pay into Vanguard 500, I pay $6,000 a year into it maximum. You could put $600 into it, okay? But that has, in the last, since I've been 33, 8 years, it's grown by over 175% return, That's a lot. It's more than doubled. Okay, almost tripled now. All right. So I started to invest in retirement things that you can learn from a financial planner in your country. Simple things. They don't understand the more advanced stuff I'm going to talk to you about in a second. But then after you fill up your Roth IRA, I did a 401k because I'm a business owner and there are tax advantages to that in the United States. I'm not sure if everywhere else, but I was able to put a certain amount of money into a 401k. I put it into indexes. And then as an employer of myself, because I pay myself, I'm able to match myself the same amount. And then I can write that off at the end of the year. So there are tax advantages to investing as well. But by the time I'm 55 or 60, that's going to be worth a lot, okay? And then after that, just so you guys know, I started to invest in gold and silver and precious metals, okay? But to me, that's old school today, right? I'm just saying, but some people like to do that. And I sold all that. I sold all my gold and silver, but I doubled my money on it. But I've done that, okay? But I'm just telling you what I've invested in. I invest in the future. Like, if you want to know what I invest in, I look to what my kids want to invest in the future, what they're interested in. I look at the things they're using on their phone. I look at the apps that they're using on their phone. I use Facebook. My kids are like, what the hell is Facebook? I would never download Facebook. That's for old people, okay? I'm not going to invest in anything I use. I'm going to invest in the things they use because they're the future. They're the ones that will be buying my future shares from me. And they're not going to buy my Facebook shares, okay? So I'm just telling you, what are the things that they're investing in? What are the things they love? What are the cars that they like? The businesses they use? Apple, Tesla, those things are the future, right? More kids than you know are using the Robinhood app today to invest in crypto, all right? Those types of things. So I want to know, what are they buying? What do they like the most? I'm investing in those things, all right? Yes, I've invested in Ethereum and Bitcoin. But when I did, Ethereum was $9 and Bitcoin was $300. So that was, 4 years ago. And I did it not knowing anything about it. I don't get involved in any type of crypto businesses that steal my money. I've seen probably 15 of those things in the last 5 years, and almost all of them left with everybody's money. And everybody talked about how it was the best thing. No, they don't know what they're talking about. I knew that would happen. All of a sudden, the website's gone and everybody's money gone. And the ones that make you the quickest money are the ones that steal it the quickest. So some of you will have to learn from that lesson, okay? Because some people have to learn lessons in order not to do it again and teach their people. But businesses that involve crypto, okay, especially network marketing, never last. Always scams. I remember that company OneCoin a long time ago. And then, the CEO, the woman, took off with everybody's money, and then Interpol was looking for her. Company was shut down. All the leaders got in trouble. That's gone. I remember BitClub here in the United States. Every single one of the owners and leaders, network marketing leaders from that company, BitClub, is in federal prison in the United States today. I don't do any cryptocurrency scam companies. All I do with crypto is buy it myself on the exchanges that are real banks, legitimate, either centralized or decentralized exchanges, okay? And there's no better returning asset than investing in good, solid crypto. And I don't buy what people call shit coins, okay? All these crazy coins, SHIB, and all these things that people are going crazy over because they saw a huge gain. I buy stuff that I know will be here forever. Yes, of course it's volatile. Anything at the very beginning is volatile. Do you know how volatile gold was when it first was introduced to the market? Have you looked at the gold chart lately? Look at the beginning. Goes straight up, comes down, and evens out. So sometimes people will make comments that they hear from their friends. But go ahead, Jinane. If you want to interrupt me, go ahead when I'm doing this.
Yes, I have a question for you so we're going to talk about it later when you leave this webinar about the stages of making money. Like, people now, they want to take a lottery ticket, they treat businesses like a lottery ticket. They treat their jobs like a lottery ticket. They treat investing like a lottery ticket, like, okay, I will put all my money here and God wills, and I hope that it might bring me some kind of success, but this is not investing. So this is why there's a lot of fear, and this is why there's a lot of a risk element that people mentally associate with making money and investing and building businesses. But in fact, the fear and the risk does not come from businesses and investing. It comes from the lack of knowledge and the lack of the hard work and time that we need to put in there. Yeah. How do you advise people who are stuck in this fear element. Like they cannot move because they are afraid. They cannot move because they believe there's big risk in everything they will do out of the ordinary. So
Yeah.
what type of advice do you give to those people?
Well, there's nobody that ever has an amazing lifestyle or life change, income-wise, financially, without taking risk. Like if there was no risk to be taken, everybody would be just wealthy and rich, and they'd have their own yachts and live in the most beautiful parts of the world, and they could help so many people and give to charities. Like it's only people who take risks that can do those things. How does the world get better from risk takers? It's people with money. People despise people with money, but yet those are the people who have to give to all the charities who create everything. It's crazy, but look at everything is about risk, especially with investing. If you're thinking that I'm afraid to invest because the asset is so volatile, then you're thinking short term. Because if all you're thinking about is volatility, you're thinking if I put it in today, I won't be able to take it out tomorrow. Well, you should be investing if you're expecting it to take it out tomorrow or next week or this year or even next year. Investing is made to be able to invest for your future. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, everything starts volatile, but eventually as with mass adoption, which there will be in the next 5, 10, 15, and 20 years, everything will even out. And then you'll be used to the gains that you see in the real world of 5%, which is max, okay? Right now is something different. So when I invest in a volatile asset like Ethereum or Bitcoin, it's not to sell it this year or next year. It's the future. When I invested, Jinane, in my $300 Bitcoin and it went to 21,000, I was excited, but I didn't sell it, and then it went down to 3,000. I was scared, but I didn't sell it because I knew the future of it. I'd always been reading up on it, understanding the utility behind it, and guess what happened? Then it went up to 60, okay, from 3, and then it went down to 30, and now at what, 40 something, and it'll go down and up, but over time it keeps going up. I'm in this for the long term. Also, when you're investing, learn about the things you're investing in, okay? Learn about the economics behind smart contracts, tokens, utilities. Learn about other things. I've been studying a lot about DeFi, Jinane, okay? And all that is a different ecosystem in crypto for people who are scared of taking risks. Basically,
I'm watching the webinars now.
good. Like if you're scared of taking risks, whoever might be thinking that, buy a stable coin then. Buy something that's pegged to the US dollar. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, it stays the same. Your $500 or your $1,000 will always be 1,000. It'll never go down or up, trust me. But you can invest it into a yield farming, into a wallet, stake it, and get a 20% return. Now your $1,000 is $1,200 at the end of the year. Get a 60% return. That's better investment than any other thing you can ever make. So it's just understanding these things and doing your research. Do your own research.
And here's what I learned from you, Calvin. I learned this in the first meeting I had with you and the first training. What you taught is you cannot invest the money that you need to eat. So first thing, you need to secure a cash flow, which means money that keeps on coming every single month, that keeps on coming every single month, that keeps on coming every single month. And that way, there's no risk. Like you're not putting the money, all the money that you have into any kind of investment. First, you taught me, you invest in yourself, you learn, you grow. Second, you invest in your business that is going to generate you the main cash flow so that you will have money coming every single month. And then from that money, you secure a small amount and you start investing there. And even if you lose, you won't really matter. It won't really matter to you because you're learning and you have another money coming in every single month. So what people are trying to do now, they are eliminating all these steps of investing in yourself, learning, and having a business that generates your income. And all they have is this $1,000, and they just want to put it somewhere in a lottery, kind of investment, and suddenly become millionaires. Exactly. Nobody becomes a millionaire like this.
They want to put it all on black in the casino on the roulette table. Like they want to skip all the steps before that. Yeah, it is. That's called gambling.
They're treating investment as a gambling. So this is what I learned from you. And
the thing is, this training is not for me to teach you how to invest. Okay, this training is for me to tell you, build your business so you can start earning income to be able to invest after your bills are paid. That's why I build my network marketing business. That's why I'm jumping on planes and travel around the world. That's why I'm jumping on this, because I want to support you guys. Because the income I make from here not only pays my bill and pays my bills and provides for my family, but it gives me extra income every week to put more into the things I'm investing in. Okay, and then that's and check it out. I don't have all my money in these investments. I diversify. I spread it out into really safe things, into moderate things, and into risky things. And all together, that gives me a really good payout. There are things that, Jinane, there are things that pay me 250% return a year. And there are things that pay me 8% a year. And on average, per year, you know, I know that from my money, I can earn 50 to 60% return. That's crazy. People say, why don't you put it all in the 250%? Because that would be too risky. I diversify. I'm diversified. I'm well spread out into many different things, okay? I'm not going all in on one thing and risking it all. It's not what I do. That's not what financial literacy is about. It's about checking off the boxes of the things that would make you someone who has invested well, okay?
Here's my last question, because I know you have another meeting, but here's my last question. What is your comment on when we say that risky is not learning, risky is not growing, risky is not building your own business, and risky is not learning about financial education? This is the real risk.
The real risk is getting a job. Okay? The real risk is holding your money inside the bank. Okay? The real risk is having a boss tell you what to do and when you could take your lunch and when you can go home and when you should be at work on time. That's the real risk. The real risk is listening to your friends who have jobs, is listening to your friends who aren't involved in our type of business, is listening to your friends who don't invest, is listening to your friends who don't start their own businesses. That's the real risk, okay? Or that's the real risk, okay? Not taking a risk, okay? Not risky is what you're doing here today, listening to someone who's created a life for themselves, listening to someone like you who's building that life for themselves, okay? Like, this is not risky, okay? And when I say take risks, like make an investment, when I talk about that type of risk, it's because I'm telling you to do what most people aren't willing to do, okay? Because in order to get the life that you want, it's on the other side of what everybody else isn't doing, all right? It's on the other side of what everybody else is not doing, right? And it doesn't start with you having to have $100,000 to invest, okay? It starts with you making enough money to provide for yourself so you're not stressed anymore. All right, like that's an investment. The business that I built for myself before I had crypto, before I had IRAs or 401ks or life insurance, right? The best return was the business I built. Passive income every single week. That's the best investment I've ever made was my business. That's the highest returning asset that I have is my business. Your business is an asset. That's the first investment that you make, but you got to build it. You don't need to put dollars into it. You need to put your time into it. You need to put hours into it. Of course, it costs to maintain your business, but you get to pay for your business with hours, with sweat, with hard work, and it pays you ridiculously. And then you could take that money that you make, pay your bills, and then invest in all these little small buckets that you see me doing, okay? The reason why you see me sharing with you everything I'm investing in, everything I'm doing, is because I'm trying to empower people, that I'm more than just a network marketer. Network marketing has changed my life. It's educated me, and I'm an entrepreneur. I want people to see that it's network marketing that can give this guy the lifestyle he has to invest in these freaking monkeys. What the hell is he buying, okay? To invest in DeFi, to do these things. I'm telling you, it's only network marketing because none of my friends who have jobs could even afford one of those things, right? None of my friends who have jobs could invest into DeFi, could start a 401k. I mean, I would have never known that this would be worth almost $1 million. Like, who would have thought that, okay? I was someone who was crazy enough to do his research and understand that this is something that people will put their money into it. It's a supply and demand is all NFTs are about. And so I took a risk and just started investing in some. And guess what? Some worked and some didn't, but it worked out for me, okay? And that's not all I do. Like I love, like I told you, DeFi, but you'll see me talking about many, many things. And you'll also see me when I'm traveling around the world building my network marketing business, investing in that, because that pays me the most out of anything. My Jinane business, my network marketing business.
Calvin, I love your energy. Thank you so much for your energy, for your insight, for your advice. Thank you for being here with us. Guys, can we say a huge thank you to Calvin? And can you type what he taught you the most? What do you remember the most from his training?
Hey, thanks,
Thank you,
Jinane.
Calvin.
Yeah, I appreciate your leadership. I love your background. I love your branding. I love everything about you and what you're doing, you know, and I'm grateful to have someone like you on our team leading us, leading everybody. And the leaders that you're developing, the people that I'm seeing, the people that are doing their own calls on your team, they're learning from your example. Like those are the ones who are going to make a difference. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate you and everybody on this webinar right now. I'm here to serve you. I've already built a business that pays me passively every single week. But now it's about being in service to my team, and I'm always here to serve you. So whenever you need me, I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin. It's a pleasure. We appreciate you.
Okay, God bless you guys. See you later.
Everybody.
Bye.